Hey guys, and thank you for coming along. Thank you for everybody listening in the Zoom right now, everybody on TikTok right now. And if you listen to this as a podcast, thank you very much for coming along. Today, I am joined with a good friend, Shining Entei. I'm going to call him that, and I'm going to let him introduce himself. So over to you, bro.
Hey guys, I'm Aaron. You better know me though as Shining Entei. How are you doing, you shiny people? I hope you're well. I run a Twitch channel, also do some YouTube and social media content creation. Obviously, with the main focus being Pokemon, but I do like to vary my games, play a lot of different things. So I try not to stay in one space.
Awesome. One of the biggest things I was going to ask you, man, was can you say your opening line, you shiny people? And I was like, oh, that's so cool. I'm so glad you did it naturally. That's wicked.
I don't know why I picked that up, to be honest.
Cool.
Because no, I'll tell you what it was, is I was actually going over to dinner with my dad. And I said to him, I'm going to run the name Shining Entei because I love shiny Pokemon. And my favorite is Entei. And he was like, oh, you know, shiny means good in Bristol. I was like, what? It's just random fact he came out, like, because my dad's a font of random knowledge. He's great for it. He goes, yeah, shiny means like, it's like a sign of respect in Bristol. I was like, how do you know that? He goes, I just know. And I was like, okay. And then it sort of stuck in my head. So as I started making videos on Twitch, I just started saying like, hey, shiny people, it's your boy Shining Entei. And then it started rolling into my TikTok, and yeah, I'm that's it now. That's my intro every time.
I love it.
Yeah, it's just like a nice little sort of way. And plus it sort of ties in everything we do with other people as well. Like it ties in what we do with Discord as well a little bit, because, you know, they're the Shining crew and, you know, I'm Shining Entei, and, you know, we're all one big crew together. So yeah, it sort of ties in with that as well.
That's really cool. And like with I think that's the thing for me as well, is seeing your community around you being as important to you as what you're doing. And it just seems like every time I come into your lives, which I need to be doing more of, but every time I come in, it seems like you're always having fun with the guys, and it's like having your mates around whilst you're all playing games together. You know, it's really cool.
That's what it's always been for me. Yes, do I want this to be a career? 100%. Do I want this to be viable all the time? But if it's not fun for me and the people around me, then I need to reevaluate what I'm doing, because at the end of the day, it's not my community, it's ours. Like,
yeah,
I don't want to just be another streamer that people go to and be like, oh yeah, you know, I interacted with this stream and it's really cool. I want them to feel like they get something out of the experience. So if they join the Discord, there's self-promotion tabs, there's community game tabs, there's everything for people to get involved with one another. If you want to trade Pokemon cards with your mates, we've got a tab for it. Like literally there's everything and anything in there for anyone to do what they want. Cool. Obviously, you know, I do put a precedent on protecting the Discord, so if I think need to look into that, then obviously I will. But for the most part, I just want people to feel like they've come to my live stream and gained their own little community, rather than I'm building a community behind my live streams. Because I think that's one thing as a streamer, I think sometimes we sort of miss, is that we rally behind these people who do these you know, gaming videos, music videos and things like that. But we often we want to get their attention in a sense, but sometimes we feel like we're drowned out by the noise. But I want people to feel like if they come to my live streams, even if I don't see their comments, they're going to get something out of becoming a part of this community with us, rather than just watching some streamer on Twitch. So yeah, no, and I have been really fortunate. I've been really lucky to meet Version, Houndoom, Shiny Greninja, Voidry. All these people are moderators or caretakers to the Discord who they go way above and beyond for me. Like I don't ask them to do anything. They know what needs to be done and they do it. And
that's cool.
I couldn't operate without them, honestly. Like I couldn't keep live streaming without these friends that I found, because they're not just people in the community to me now. They are people I consider close friends. And if they called me up and like, oh, I need some help with this, I'm on it, mate. I'm with you.
That's really cool. That's lovely, man. And that's the feel you get for anybody that's not been in Entei's lives. The feel you get, you literally is like you've walked back in to your mate's house and you're all there. And everyone's so welcoming. It's really cool, man. And
I got that from you though.
Oh,
Sam will never take credit for this. But
I don't know.
When I joined his live for the first time, I had no videos on TikTok. I had like maybe 10 random followers from people who must have just found my blank account for no reason. I scrolling through the For You page, the lives came up. Sam's live was on it, and I just thought, yeah, why not? I'll jump in. He's running giveaways, see if I could get something. I won 3 times in the night, and I had
It
when the
wasn't
live was
fixed.
out, it wasn't rigged, I promise. So I won that night, and I came off the live stream, and I noticed I'd gone from 10 to like 60 followers. Everyone who had been in and out of his live stream started following me back. I was dropping people follows, and
Nice.
I knew that was where I wanted to start things. Like, it needs to be a built community, not my community, because I can build my community and, you know, that'd be great, but I don't get any interaction with them. I don't get to learn who they are. I don't get to know who they are as people. But if we build it as a community together rather than separately, like, I get to know my moderators on a personal level. I get to know my viewers on a personal level. I get to know random people who just jump into my streams on a deeper level, because I'm looking at more as, yes, these are my live streams, but this is our community. This is our crew that we could build together, and it's just going to get bigger with time. So yeah, a lot of it does go down to you.
The first 5 minutes maybe, but so from that, that's a good place to start. From watching the lives and interacting, and I remember it quite well when you first started coming into the lives. It was really cool, and we did loads of stuff, and obviously we've all grown and gone from there. But for me, one of my questions was, what made you go from having your 10 random followers that just followed you for, you know, the sake of following you, to thinking, yeah, I'm gonna make some videos. I want to make a difference. Where did you go? How did you start that?
I think there's a couple reasons why I started with social media, especially in streaming, is that obviously it's such an amazing tool for people like myself and people like yourself, to not just to promote ourselves, but to really sort of flex the brain a little bit, because when you make an Instagram post, you have to really think, like, is this going to catch somebody's attention for long enough for them to drop a like? If I make a 60-second video, is it going to be too long to keep somebody's attention to hear what I'm saying? So that was one of the reasons I got into it, because it's like I get to sort of flex my muscles a little bit and think, you know, yeah, I can sit there for 4 hours and talk, but can I make a 30-second video that's going to capture somebody long enough to then bring them to the live streams? So it was one of those things where I was like, this is going to be a really helpful tool to help me learn, because without it, I'm just going to be sitting there live streaming for 4 hours and not really gain any traction. And then the other thing was community, is the amount of people you can meet. Like, obviously I've met yourself, Mez, Cosmic Wolf, Hellish Houndoom, so many amazing people that, like, again, I now consider not just people I've met online, but people I consider close personal friends, because like they've learned things about me that I don't share with just anyone. I've learned things about them that they don't share with just anyone. And it's one of those situations where you didn't expect it to become a tool for bonding with, but you found friends through it. TikTok was probably easier for me, because obviously I just mostly upload updates, shinies, and then the occasional funny skit. Like, my favorite one was the one where I did the audio for Timon and Pumbaa, you calling me a pig, because I just had fun with that. I really hurt my knees doing it, because I literally ran at my camera and just grabbed it and ran with it. But like, yeah, it was really funny. But yeah, I think it's an amazing tool to use for people like ourselves, because it's one of those things that even if it doesn't take off anywhere, it's helpful just to have that extra bit of traction somewhere. And that's what I'm looking for. I'm not looking, like, would I like to have 1,000 followers on TikTok? Sure, it'd be fun to just do some random pack openings on TikTok if I don't want to do a Twitch stream for it. Do I need 1,000? No. At the end of the day, I post what videos I post on there. People see them, and if it gains any traction, then that'll hopefully lead them to the live streams, and that's where I want people, because like, I love people who interact with my TikTok content and my Instagram content, but if you interact with my Twitch content, I can get to know you so much better. And for me, it's so much nicer. Because one of the big things for me was that this was a way for me to make myself feel better. streaming, social media and stuff like that. And one of the reasons I never posted on TikTok was because it just seemed like such a toxic place sometimes. And then, like I said, I found your live streams and your content, Cosmic Wolf, who is just a glow of positivity in the community. I love the man. He's great. And yeah, I saw you guys and I was like, wow, you're such good forces of positivity. Like, I think I can do this.
Yeah.
And like I say, like, because joining that live stream with you, like I got a few followers and then started posting videos regularly, got some more. And then I noticed like we did 100 every month for the first 4 months. And I was like, I actually feel quite good about that. That really made me glow. Like, yeah, I was really glad about that.
Yeah, that's nice. And that's cool as well. Cause I mean, for me, I've had a couple of videos that have gone nuts and had lots of followers like straight away. And then and only a couple of times it's happened. But for me, I've obviously, and that's really exciting when it happens and stuff. But
oh yeah,
me,
of course.
The majority of the time, I'm never really looking. I'm hoping, yeah. Every time we put a video, I'll be hoping as well. But it's kind of a thing now where I've got to a point where I'm just like, it's awesome. Like the numbers are amazing, but I'm really, really enjoying what I'm putting out, and that's like stuff like this. We can hopefully make this into little clips and things like that, and that makes me excited. Like that gives something back, educates people who you are, and just to share my awesome contacts with awesome people. Like it just makes sense.
Yeah, it's growth for growth. Like you say, like it'd be nice to post a video on TikTok tomorrow and it blow up to like 10 million views or whatever, but you've just got to, like, one of the big things for me when I started this is I drilled into my head that it's not a numbers game.
Yeah.
I'm doing this because I like it. I'm playing video games online because I enjoy these video games. Will I play people's recommendations? Yeah, sure. But if I don't enjoy the recommendation, I'm not going to keep playing it on live stream. I'll play it privately for myself. And like when I first started, I started streaming like multi-games. So I'd be doing like, I'd start for an hour with Raft and then Rust and then jump into some Among Us and stuff like that. And I'd maybe get 1 to 2 viewers a night. And a lot of people like would think, oh, isn't that soul crushing? Like you're putting all this work and effort in and no one's there. Like, well, no, because I end the live, I reevaluate what I'm doing and I go forward. Yes, it'd be nice to have 100 viewers come straight into the chat, but I'm not looking for that. I'm looking to do what I enjoy. And hopefully somebody might watch and be like, you know what, this guy's all right. I'm going to check in next time. And that's what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for the next viral hit. I don't think I've even ever done a trend on TikTok. Oh, no, sorry. Actually, I've started doing the Please Don't Be Ugly one with cards.
Oh, yeah.
Because I actually quite like that. And I got a card from your TCG when I ordered a bunch of stuff. Because I actually dropped the message like, oh, Good Bros did a post about you. And I was actually looking to get some stuff from me for my birthday. Any chance you've got any spare Good Bros cards maybe? And you could throw one in for me. And they're like, yeah, 100%. And they actually threw in a nice little Ice Rider Calyrex for me.
Oh, wow.
And I'm not a big, obviously you and I have spoken about this before, I think, Sam. Like, I'm not a big fan of the English cards right now, but that really caught me. I was like, that's a really pretty card.
That's cool.
So yeah, I was dead chuffed with that. And it's just those little things that make a big difference. And I think that's what I'm trying to sort of go with streaming. Like if I can make a difference with my streams, I will, but I'm not looking to blow up tomorrow or even next year. Like I talk to Houndu about this all the time. I've got like a 5-year plan of where I want to go. Wow. If I don't get there in 5 years, we didn't get there, but we're going to make sure in those 5 years we try our damned hardest. I think that's the best message you could send to anyone is just try with it. Yeah.
And that's the thing as well. Don't be afraid that your video gets 10 watches. Don't be afraid that that comes into your life. Like
don't let that be something that's going to impact your content because
or your
confidence. Like I say, or your confidence, sorry, that's the word. Thank you. I've done live streams where you'd think they would garner a lot of attention because I've done things on like community days or I've done massive like 12-hour streams and you'd think like you don't stream for that long, you'd garner some attention. No, not really. It depends on how it works in the algorithm. I don't control the algorithm, so I don't control who sees my content.
Yeah.
And if you're going to let the numbers affect you in such a sense, it's not worth doing, in my opinion, because I mean, if you look at some of the top streamers in the world, they're at the height of like 10 million, 20 million, and so on. And it's just like, you've got to remember, they've been doing this for like 5 to 10 years. PewDiePie's been doing this for 14 years next year.
Wow.
Like, it's mad to think I've been watching him for 14 years. like I'm 27 now. I've been watching him since I was 13. Like, that's insane. He has been working that grind.
Yeah,
so
yeah. And that's the thing as well. It's like people ask as well, like not ask me obviously, but like I've heard it said, like when what were you doing before you became an overnight success? And it's like the day before, people knew who we were or know who you are, and then it goes off. But it's like the people are expecting, because you can go viral at any time and all this sort of stuff. People start to expect that, well, this video will happen. Viral. Yeah, and it's cool if it doesn't.
It's because we live in the technological era. Like 10, 20 years ago, technology wasn't as good as it was now, and so things spread faster than they ever have before. Like a video can go around, and a video can go around the world in a day.
Yeah,
and I mean, that's great, that's fantastic, but sometimes overnight success doesn't actually mean success. It just means a lot of people have seen you.
Yeah.
Now comes the hard part, because people are paying attention. What are you going to do with that attention?
What's your next video? Yeah, or your next
exactly.
Comment.
What's your next big thing? What's your next idea? And it's like, oh, I don't really have an idea. I just did it on a whim. Like, so yeah, I don't know. Like, would I like to be an overnight sensation for Twitch? Honestly, I don't know.
Yeah.
Would it be cool if it happened, and maybe we could start to change the world a little bit early? Who knows? Maybe we could. It's one of those things where you've got to weigh the pros and the cons, and I don't see a lot of pros to being an overnight sensation on Twitch, because all eyes are on you then. Every decision is on you, and if you make one bad error, it's not just like you can say, oh, it's Twitch, the video goes away after so many days, or I can delete the video. People clip things faster than you can imagine, so you make one bad mistake when you've got 100,000 people watching your live stream, it's there forever, and it's a scary thought. So you just got to be careful with it.
And that's why I think building it up. I mean, ultimately, if we all had 1 million followers tomorrow, it'd be a different story. But ultimately, anything that's worth having has been built 9 times out of, well, probably 99 out of 100 times, has been built from scratch, and that's, you get the enjoyment. You understand it more. You know what to do on your next video if it goes viral, because you think, well, that worked and that didn't. So we're 200 videos in, we now know what doesn't work or what we don't like doing or whatever. And I think for me, like I just really enjoy just going on live stream. Okay, I sell packs and stuff as well, but I've always got another reason to be live. So if I'm playing the Switch or if I'm making custom cards, to me, I've always got a reason to be live. And if people buy packs, we sell packs, and it's a rip and shit. But I never go on thinking, right, guys, we're rip and shit tonight, better buy it. Like, that's cool if it happens, but
Well, I am a big believer in, like, what you're saying there is that nothing worth having is ever going to be easy. If it was easy, everyone would have it.
Yeah.
And one of the things I love about your content, especially your live streams mostly, is that you're very upfront about everything.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to make custom cards, you're there to make custom cards. If people buy packs, fantastic, they buy packs. But you're there to make custom cards and just chill with your chat.
Yeah.
Or sometimes you do go live just to chill with the community. I think that's really important. Is not enough creators take time out to just say hi to their community. Like, some people have communities of like 10,000 people. I understand that's a bit difficult to sort of say hi to. Like, when you get to the point of like hundreds of thousands of people, you're lost in a sea. And I think that's where being a smaller creator is a big advantage, because you get to know people. Like, I'm sure you yourself have gotten to know your moderators and things like that on a very personal level. And I think it's a huge advantage to people like ourselves. The longer we stay smaller, the more we get to know about people, the more we get to learn. The connections that we can make with these people. Like, obviously, like I said, I met Hellish Houndoom through TikTok technically, but it was actually through Cosmic Wolf's Minecraft server, which
cool.
Mez invited me to.
Oh, wow,
So,
okay.
so yeah, but it's this whole weird knock-on effect thing. So Mez invited me to the server. Cosmic reached out to me and was like, Mez has said you'd be good for the Minecraft server. Do you want to jump in? I was like, yeah, of course. Then one night I went on, and it was like 4 o'clock in the morning here in the UK, and Cosmic jumped on, and he was like, oh, actually, a mate of mine's coming on as well, Houndoom. And I was like, oh, so we must have spent like 5 hours just shooting the breeze, chatting and talking. And now Houndoom and I are partnering up together, and we're creating content together. Like,
that's cool.
3 odd knock-on effects moments have led to me finding a very close friend. Like, it's all about the connections you make. Like, yeah, would it be nice for this to all make millions of pounds overnight? Sure, but what are you going to do with it? Like, you're here to make content, not money.
Yeah.
The money is what comes for the content, but you need to make the content to make that. So there's no point thinking, oh, I want this to be an overnight sensation because then I can get the moolah. Like, but you need to put the work into the content to do that. So why are you so focused on the money?
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I do love all the little connections you make here. Like I say, jumping into your live, I've met people, and just sort of knock on connections with people. It's been really interesting.
Yeah, it's cool, man. It's and I'm super grateful for you guys as well. Like, I think, as I say, we met beginning of this year, beginning of 2021, or the end of last year, beginning of this year. And again, like, you've got your Discord, we've got a Discord, we're both in each other's Discords. And I think it's just a cool way of doing it. And one of the questions I had for you as well around the Twitch side of things, you said that you started playing like multi games throughout the night. What got you to Shiny Hunt? How did you get from there to where you are now?
Yeah, well, to be honest, when I first started, my setup isn't perfect. So basically, for anyone wondering, I'm running off a laptop, a Dell monitor, and then I've got a small LG TV mounted to the wall to actually play the game through. And I never really thought I'd get much traction with the setup I've got. So I just kept things simple. I wasn't going to start shiny hunting until I did some upgrading. But I was always, the whole intention was to do shiny hunting as my main bread and butter content, and then sort of sprinkle in other games here and there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just, I guess one of the reasons is I got kind of bored with multi-streaming, because yes, you get to play lots of games in one night, but you get no consistency, no traction with your video, and people, they come in to see one game and you're like, oh, actually we've just finished that, and oh, can you go back to that? Well, no, I'm on this now. And it just
disjointed.
Yeah, that's the word, disjointed. And people don't enjoy that on Twitch. One of the big things with Twitch that's different to YouTube is consistency.
Yeah.
YouTube, like, you can maybe upload 3 different playlists at a time. So you could have a gaming playlist that you're building. You could have a vlog playlist that you upload on the same day. And then every other day you could have a food diary playlist. And, you can upload a lot of different content at the same time or at different times. The consistency is there because you're uploading regular content. Whereas with Twitch, the consistency is there if people look at your schedule and go, right, on a Thursday he plays Pokemon, on a Friday, he plays PlayStation games on a Friday, and Saturday's community day Saturday, so I could maybe play some games with them on a Saturday. It gives people the idea of what they're looking into and what they're going to look forward to as your streams progress. And so I made the switch into doing what I wanted to do, which was shiny hunting. To be honest, we've had quite a lot of success with it. I am really proud of some of the shiny hunts we've done. Like, we had the mad dog Yamper, which really killed me. And then Houndoom went and got it in 47 encounters.
What?
I was so cheesed off the other night. Like, I'm sitting there 3,600 encounters in. He's there 47, and I've got a shot. Like, yeah, good for you, Houndoom.
Yeah, I'm glad we're mates, but come on.
I can't torch you for a while. So yeah, I always wanted to do shiny hunting. It's my main bread and butter. It's something I've loved for years. I've done it for years, in fact.
Can you explain just in case somebody's listening, that doesn't have Sword and Shield or other games like that, if you just explain what shiny hunting is or how you do it, that sort of thing, that might be helpful.
So I think the easiest way to explain it is that obviously shiny hunting is the purpose of collecting Pokemon in a different format to their original form. So if we take Pikachu, for example, classic image, you know, yellow body, red cheeks, you can find him in the wild or through egg hunts. Obviously, if you know what breeding eggs are for Pokemon, you can find him in the wild or through eggs in a different color variant. And that's really all shiny hunting is. You're looking for a different color variant for Pokemon. I typically do it via the encounter method. So encountering the same Pokemon over and over again. The methods have changed a lot over the years. It's crazy to think actually how many different methods we've had since Gen 3, which was the first time you could actually get shiny Pokemon, or at least that we know of.
Yeah.
Some people believe it to be Gen 2. I go from Gen 3. But all you're looking for is a different color variation. Sadly, it's not any better than a normal Pokemon. You're probably better off. No, it's nothing special. It just sparkles a little bit when you see it.
And it's exciting. Like if anybody's ever done it, or anybody's ever been in your live streams, man, or even just catch up on your TikToks, just like, we've got it. Oh my God. Like, it's so cool.
It's that, especially when you're hunting something specifically for people watching, when you're hunting something, so my Yamper hunt, that nearly killed me. I actually took a few breaks. Like my moderators would tell, if they were here, my moderators would tell you, like, I took a few breaks here and there from streams just because how draining the hunt was. And it can be. You think to yourself, but you're playing Pokemon for hours on end. How is that draining? It's like, but when you're hitting the same encounter over and over again, and you think to yourself, I'm double over odds, I'm triple over. I got to 4 times over odds before I got a shiny Yamper.
Wow.
Like I never thought it would happen for a pink dog. Who'd have thought? It was nuts. So sometimes it can be to the point where it's like, I don't know if I want to keep doing this. Like, I don't know if I want to keep shiny hunting because just how laborious the task is. And then you go into something like Dynamax Raid Adventures, where you've got a 1 in 100 chance of getting a shiny from the raids, and you've got 4 Pokemon to choose from. Like, any one of those 4 could be shiny. It's like, oh my God, what if we get a shiny legendary, and then the shiny legendary is there? It's just, what the? And I think you see that. We recently got Suicune, Rayquaza, which, if my moderator version is watching, is a black dragon snake, not a dark green dragon, black dragon snake. Just got to point that out. If anyone in TikTok or anything like that is listening and watching through, put it in the chat. What do you think it is? Dark green or black? We need an answer.
I'm going black. But...
Thank you. There we go. Real one right here, ladies and gents. Yeah, we've had quite a lot of shiny legendaries recently, but my favorite will always be my my Shining Entei, which we got in 1 encounter, 1 run. I was absolutely blown away. I actually did half a backflip over my bed because I was so excited. So because we were like a good 2 hours, 3 hours into a stream, and I was like, okay, so we're going to start wrapping it up. I was thinking we're going to start wrapping it up for the night, and we got the Entei run. I was thinking, oh yeah, we'll do Entei then. Like, for the last hour, we'll do like 2 or 3 runs of Entei. He's dead easy to knock out. We should be able to get like 3 or 4 encounters, and then bang, shiny first run, and I was just like, what do I do? How do I react? And my brain just said, jump over the bed. And I was like, okay.
Come on, legs.
Yeah, it was nuts. And I still watch that reaction today because it just makes me laugh. And I think that's what lets me know I'm doing it right, is if I can watch my YouTube and TikTok back, like 6 months down the line, and go, that's funny. I like that still.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. Like, if somebody else doesn't think it's funny, that's your opinion. If I watch it 6 months later, so like that Timon and Pumbaa one I mentioned at the start, one of my favorite skits I've ever done. I watched it today. I watched it yesterday, and it still tickles me. I don't know why. It just, I love The Lion King. I love Timon and Pumbaa. Makes sense.
It's good.
So yeah, it just made me laugh.
And I think that's it as well. Like for me, just looking back is we were talking just before we started the live, so we'll go through it again anyway because we recorded it. But for me, looking back, and so like before we came on, I spent probably an hour or 2 just going right back to the start of all your videos and going, this is different to how it is now. Like, just watching it and seeing some things in there that are complete gems, some other stuff, and just like noticing how like how things have changed, even just like putting the overlay on the video. Before, you didn't have like this video is about whatever, we caught an Entei, or we caught a squeaking, or whatever.
Yeah.
Whereas now you can just see, like even with my videos, like how I used to make the cutouts and stuff, you can just see how it's developed. And it's really, really nice to say that video was posted when I had 0 followers.
Yeah, cool. It's amazing to think where we've come from day one to now, because we started this venture in January.
Yeah.
As you said, TikTok, we had like 10, 11 followers. Instagram, I had 0 because it was literally a blanket Instagram account. Didn't need any followers, wasn't looking to use Instagram. I now have like 272 with 73 posts. It's like, I said I'd never use Instagram again. We've just hit 110 on Twitch, and it's just like, brilliant. Watching back the original videos and the VODs and the TikTok content. It's just like, am I a different person now? Because like listening to my voice, I don't feel like I sound the same. Looking at I watched my Lugia reaction, which please don't watch that video. It's terrible. I watched my Lugia reaction on YouTube, and I looked back and I could see myself, and I was like, I swear I'm skinnier in that video. I swear I'm skinnier there. And it's so weird looking back on myself and not judging myself, but recognizing who I was and who I am now. Yeah, it's brilliant, like you say, but it's kind of scary as well. Sometimes I look at like my Twitch following, and I'm like, 110 people want to watch me play video games. Like,
it's a lot of people in it.
Yeah, it's people think like, if I put 100 people in this room now, I wouldn't be having fun. I'd be choking, like, I can't breathe. So
it's so hot.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I wouldn't be having fun with it. So it's mad, but I love it. I do love it because, like I say, I think we'll keep coming back to this. I think for me, it's an important topic, is the connection that it brings us.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we live in a digital era. Social media is there, not to make us feel bad, and yet for some reason, it's constantly used to trash us. It's constantly used to hurt the younger minds, to make the elderly feel excluded, and in all round, it can be a very nasty and negative place. But I think with Pokemon being such a force of good, like one of my favorite things about Pokemon, the reason I've been playing Pokemon for like 25 years is that it's always been about friendship, community, and growth, or to put it as Pokemon would say, evolution, growing together, becoming stronger, smarter, better together is what Pokemon's always been about. And I think if as creators, if we can instill that in the communities we build, we can build a much better world together. Like, we don't need all this toxic nature. We don't need people on Twitter firing insults at each other 24/7. We just need to be if the world was a bit nicer to each other, the world would be a much happier place. I said that wrong. If everyone was a bit nicer to each other, the world would be a happier place, because it's true. Like, don't get me wrong, I understand a lot of times people are out for themselves, and that's natural. It's human nature. We want to get ahead. But if we just think about the guy behind us for a second, we can all go a lot further. And another reason why I'm going to say this again, I love your content, because you're not just focused on, oh, can I push this sale? Can I get people to buy this pack and this pack? You're very upfront about it. You're like, there's packs here if you want to buy them, or do you just want to chill and chat with me? Like,
I'd rather do that.
What do you want to do? And I love it. Absolutely love it.
Oh, bless you, man. Thank you. And I think, I think that's a really, really important part. And I think with how, even just how the Pokemon community is, I just feel that there's obviously, as you said, even right at the beginning, that you felt coming onto TikTok that it was a toxic place, and initially you thought it was a toxic place. With that in mind, and it's possibly a personal question, I don't know, but how do you manage I don't know if you've ever had a negative comment or anything, but how do you how do you cope with really, really good comments and really negative comments, even if it's about somebody else or something like that?
So this is actually something, and just to plug your last podcast, this is actually something I listened to with Yo Barry Yo, and he also mentioned that yes, he's had some negative comments, but he's never really had that many. Realistically, it's quite good feedback. I've been very fortunate in my 9 months so far to not have any negative comments. I've had some positive I'm losing constructive criticism. You understand? You're dyslexic like me.
Yeah.
It's like, then I've got a tongue, but it just doesn't want to. Exactly. I've had constructive criticism. I've had some positive feedback, but to build on. But I've never had somebody outright negative or toxic. I've been very lucky in that sense. But when I see the good comments, I do try and I look at them, read them, hear them, and then move on from them. So I think if we focus too much on, what we did well in the moment, we stay in that moment too long, and we don't look forward to what we can do next. So good comments are great, and for everyone listening, like if you put a picture out on Instagram, and you get 100 people saying, "Oh wow, this is amazing," that's amazing. Like run with that.
Yeah.
But let it guide you to the next thing. Don't let it be the whole focus. Like that one post got loads of nice comments. That's where I'm going to stay. Carry that energy, take it to the next post, because that's going to fuel your fire even better. Like you might have been really feeling yourself that day, and that's why that post did so well. But remember that, and that's why that post did so well. So feel yourself the next day and be like fueled up for the next one, and then take that energy from that post and carry it into the next post, because that's how it's going to make it a lot more fun for you. Like, if I do get negative comments, I'd like to think I'm a strong enough person mentally now to listen, understand, and at the end of the day, you know this, Sam, is that some people are just being nasty to get a rise out of you.
Yeah.
They don't care about you. They don't say it because they think it's going to hurt me emotionally. They say it because they want to see, well, if I can get a rise out of this guy, I've got some content of my own here.
Yeah. And I think as well, like for me, seeing it as well, for me, again, the same as you, I would, it's very, very good advice. I would apply it to the next video and go, okay, whatever the reason was that they picked fault or something, okay, we'll apply it to the next one, we'll move on, that's cool, or understand it. But I think for me as well is even my closest friends online, closest friends offline, I don't know, we're all here somewhere. Not everybody or not anybody knows the full context of where I'm coming from with something. Like nobody will know that 100%. So having it to me, I have a slight disconnect because I'm like, that's fine, good or bad, that's fine, because you don't fully, not because I'm hiding anything, but just because you don't have the full context. So cool, I've read it and we'll move on. And I think, as you say, just, even with the good stuff, be like, okay, that was cool. We have the moment and we remember it, we understand it, and we move forward. I think that's really
cool. Like you say, it's all about taking it and keeping the momentum. So if you get a string of bad comments, use that, take the momentum from it, and just be like, okay, well, this is, these bad comments have peed me off. I'm going to fuel my fight, and I'm going to smash the next video, or I'm going to smash the next post, and we're going to hit 100 likes. Like, let it fuel you. Don't let it be, because like I said, I have a Twitter. I don't use it. I use it for Pokemon live leaks, game news, things like that. I do not interact on Twitter at all. I don't even think it's linked on my link tree, so don't try and find me there. I did. So it's such a nasty place, Twitter. It always has been, in my opinion. I don't if you're listening, you're watching, if you like Twitter, I apologize. I don't mean to rub anyone the wrong way with this. It's just I've always felt this way since I was young. Twitter is a very nasty place. It's basically anyone's opinion is free fire. You can say whatever the hell you want without repercussion. Let's have at it. And it's like, that is a dangerous boiling pot right there.
Yeah, not so much.
You mix in toxic attitudes, hateful ideals, whether that's race, sex, orientation, like you mix in those kinds of ideals to, say what you want and have no repercussions come of it. That's a dangerous place to live. And I think, especially for the youth of today, like the fact that we live in this digital age, and like obviously you have a daughter, so you'll understand where I'm coming from with this, is that she's going to live her life seeing all this. She's going to live her life having to cope with the idea that it's a digital age, so what goes on the internet kind of is you know, it's permanent. It's there. It's not going anywhere, and we have to deal with it.
Yeah.
And it's just, for me, it's a dangerous place to live. And I think the best way to deal with it is to take the momentum from good or bad and just let it fuel tomorrow. Don't let it be today, because at the end of the day, today is going to be the past, and the past can't be changed. Tomorrow is the future, and you can do whatever you want in the future because it's not happened yet. So, you know, let the past be the past and do what you can do today to change tomorrow, because that's the day you're gonna wake up and realize all your dreams can just go like that. So do it. Like, obviously, I don't get me wrong, there is such a thing as toxic positivity. I try not to be too overtly positive, but at the same time, it's like, you know, manage expectations, but let those dreams build a bit. Like, you know, don't just say, well, I'm never going to achieve my dreams, I'll just be an office manager. Gun for them. Like, I'm not built for 9-to-5 work. I can't do it. I physically can't do it. I haven't got the mentality for it. I haven't got the interest in it. It just to the people who can work in an office 9-to-5 or to go to a warehouse 9-to-5 and do it, God bless you, because I couldn't do it. It would kill me. Since I started streaming, I've been at the happiest of my entire life, and I've had, since the age of 20, I've had a few rough years, and so this now, with you guys, with obviously yourself, Sam, with Cosmic, with Houndoom, with just like the fact that we've got like 60 people now in our Discord server, and it's just like 60 people want to get to know me and spend time. Like, what? Why? And that's insane. Before that, I struggled to make friends. People often told me I was too much to deal with, and it's just, I shut myself off. I keep myself away from people because I didn't believe it was worth the investment. And it's the same reason why I say, like, social media is a great place for branding. It's a great place for carrying a branding content, but don't let it be everything you are, because that's just so toxic and difficult. Obviously, I know that you do a lot outside of your content. You have your own work, you have your own life, and that's where it's important. I have my own life outside of my content. When I'm not streaming, sometimes I'll get requests to play games, and I'll be like, actually, I can't do that. I'm doing my own thing right now, or I've got my own stuff to do. But we are doing community day games on Saturday, so jump in with me then, kind of thing. I do try and play as much as I can with the community, like, because like I said, I've made good friends from this, and if they want to play games, or if somebody who's new to the channel wants to jump in on games but doesn't want to do it during a live stream, I'll try and play with them offline, just so that way because like I say, it's all about, I want you guys to get an interaction with me. I don't want you to just follow me and be my community. I want you to follow me and build our community. Like, the Discord server isn't my server. I set it up. I did the login, did the typing, and all that, but it's not mine. I built it so you guys can have it and do whatever you want with it. It's for you to, if you want to build your Instagram following, use our Discord. Try and plug your Instagram as much as you can. If you want to trade Pokemon cards with your best mates, or you think you could trade a graded card for a bulk of cards, get in the trading section, get talking to people, get interacting with the community at large. Because you can interact with me all you want, but like, I'm just one guy. At the end of the day, if you interact with all 60 people in the Discord, you don't know where you're going to go. So I think that's a much better way to deal with it than to fester on so many things and sort of let them bring you down, because good or bad, it will bring you down eventually.
And that's cool, man. That's a lot of just absolute gems. Really, and a lot of what you're saying, how you talk, just as a pat on the back, just how you talk and how positive you are, and you can see why you're friends with Cosmic. Like, you guys, to me, you guys, I could literally sit and watch for hours just talking, because the positivity I see off you guys inspires me. And genuinely, when I'm watching either of you two live, I personally feel, oh shit, we got this. Like, we got this. Like, this is some kind people. Kindness is killing the room now. This is wicked. Like, I don't know. I just see you guys as two people that are very, very, very good at that.
I don't, like I said, I try not to be toxically positive, because I do know there is such a thing. Like, you know, you've got toxic negativity, which I have no time for. If people want to be negative to the point where it's toxic to others, get the F train out. Like, I've got no interest. Maybe you've got some issues going on. Maybe something's hurting you, something's getting you down. Talk to me then. Don't let yourself lash out, because you're hurting yourself and you're hurting the community at large. Instead of being negative, try and talk to somebody and just get it off your chest. Even, like, I don't mind if like followers are having a bad day and they want to scream at me. Do it. Get it off your chest, but don't be so negative that it's going to drag you down along with others, because it just hurts your experience. In live streaming or content creation, but in life it hurts your experience. And then with the side of positivity, it's like, I want this to be a career. Obviously, I've mentioned to you before, like, I want this to be my job. I want this to be my full-time thing. I want to be a content creator and streamer every day till the day I die, because this is joy for me. This makes me so happy. Like, even if we don't get any shinies, even if we play a game and I suck at it, even if the live stream crashes 1,000 times a night, I still have so much fun, because I'm not great with technology. So the more I do, the more I learn, and I have a lot of fun with it. And it lets me be positive in a sense that, you know, I'm not a streamer yet. Even like now, 100 followers on Twitch, I'm not a streamer. I'm going to get up there and I'm going to do it. But that's the dream. That's the plan. Is it going to be happening tomorrow? Maybe not. Maybe something will come up and I'll have to be like, right, we're going to have to put a pause on that one, because whoa. And like,
take it as it comes, eh?
Yes, you take it as it comes. And if you can pursue it on the day, keep pushing, keep grinding, and work the hustle, because at the end of the day, life is one big hustle. And if you can make the most out of it, get it, and earn your stripes, basically. Because I mean, I don't know what I'd be doing right now if it weren't for streaming, and I love it, and I have no intention of ever stopping. So
don't stop. Don't stop.
If people are having a bad day and they need to talk to me, come talk to me. I'm not so positive that I'm just like, I think that's one thing that's different to me and other streamers is I'm not going to give you the BS streamer face. So I'm not going to turn the camera on and then, hi guys, everything's fine, everything's groovy. What's going like? No. If I'm having a shit day, you're going to hear about. You're going to learn, like, why is Entei so angry? This is why, because
that's good. Honest,
like,
it's
you
himself.
can see me vulnerable. I think you're probably the same, because you are very much like me and Cosmic. If you can see us vulnerable and see that, you know, the guy behind the camera, he's not perfect, but damn it, is he trying hard? It lets you connect again. It gives you, again, coming back to it, connections. It lets the viewers sort of look at us and go, yeah, maybe he wants to make money out of streaming. Maybe Sam wants to make money out of selling Pokemon cards and content creation. But behind it all, they're just human beings. They're just people that are having fun in the moment. Is that going to be the case tomorrow? Why is my phone shouting at me? You'd think I'd put it on silent for something like this, wouldn't you? Apparently not. Anyway, are we going to be doing this tomorrow, Sam? I don't know if I am. Hope you are, because you're amazing at it. But yeah, we've just got to take it as we come. And there's a time to be positive, but for me, there's no time to be negative. There's no reason to be negative. It drags us all down, when all you have to do is reach out to one person, and that could change everything. So
yes, that's important, man. And I think with the thing that you're saying about life as well, like slowly going into other parts of what I wanted to touch on, with your actually, one of the questions that I've had from earlier links into what you said right at the start, and I just feel like I need to ask it, because I might not, I'll forget it. But it's come up in chat, and Rob asked, I think he's still in it. Yeah, Rob asked, why is your dog called Scrappy and not Scooby?
Well, to be honest, I wanted to call him Scooby-Doo, because obviously, you know, Scooby-Doo is an icon. And when we first met him, he was like such a coward. Like, when we went to pick him up, he was hiding under tables. He was running around people's feet to get away from us, because he was like, I don't want to go with these weird humans. No.
Fair enough.
Then when we got him home, he was like the bravest little guy you've ever met. And he was like, I'm going to take on the world, get out of my way. And then my cat literally just like came over and just no, get down. Like, oh, okay. So he's like a little soldier. He's awesome. And I just went with Scrappy Doo because of that. Because like Scooby's the coward, Scrappy's like the overtly brave one for no reason. Let me at him. Let me just get back. And like anytime somebody knocks on my neighbor's door, he's at the door. Like, it's not even our door, mate. What are you on about? Like, he's nuts. So
that's cool.
Yeah, and in fact, I've actually got. I don't know if you can see if I can tilt this just a little bit. There you go. A friend of my mum, who she works with, actually drew us that picture up at the back of Scrappy, and I just originally that was going to be for a poster space, but I was like, you know what, that's so freaking adorable. It's got to be him.
That's nice.
And I do love shiny people. How's it going? It's your boy Shining Entei, and then suddenly I've got Scrappy up on my leg, like, and me. I'm here too.
Don't forget me, Dad.
My live stream. Get down. I have said, like, once I get a DSLR camera for the face cam, what I'll do is I'll use the little camera I've got here. I'm going to put it next to me here, and obviously it'll be a doggo cam so people can see him when he's lying on the bed just chilling while we're playing games, because I think that'd be really cute for people. But love him to bits. I don't think I could do this without him either. If anyone has pets, there is a special bond you have with an animal. And then obviously, like I've said to you, like I've, as we all have, I've been through my trials and tribulations, and I don't think I'd be where I am without him. Like, obviously, I love my family, love my friends who have helped me through a lot of stuff, but Scrappy Doo has always been a very big source of sort of encouragement for me, because it's like, he's my best friend. He's my wee soldier, and he'll always be there, go battle with me. So love him to bits.
That's lovely, man. That's really cool. And speaking of going to battle, like you're reading my mind at the minute, so this is nice. This is good. We're going into the right segues. This is cool. So I'm thinking of. I know your favorite Pokemon Entei. We gathered that by. I mean, that's pretty straightforward. Even to this point now, I mean, in years to come, watching this back, it might not be the same. But for now, right now, your Instagram, your profile picture is you as Entei. Like it is just perfect.
Carney really hooked me up with that one. In fact, if we can just get his full profile name, because it's got a few numbers at the end. Let me just get it up here. He really.
It's amazing.
So Carney's Corner, or Carney 719. He's an amazing artist who I think he primarily, as far as I understand, he primarily works through TikTok. But he also has an Instagram account. Houndoom actually hooked us up with him. Because obviously, as you know, it was my birthday not that long ago. Houndoom was like, "Oh yeah, I'll sort us out some stuff," and he's basically hooked me up with a profile picture through Carney. And he messaged me saying, like, "What do you want?" And the only thing I could really think of was like me mixed with an Entei, because I thought I could be stood next to Entei, but everyone does that kind of thing. What about if I became an Entei? And he just went tenfold with it. And instead of like me becoming an Entei, I'm evolving into it. And it's just like this amazing idea that I am slowly evolving more and more into Entei every day. And I just love it. Absolutely. I'm constantly looking at the profile picture he sent me, like the full art of it, because I love it. It's amazing. And that's another thing doing this, is the amount of artists you meet. It's just insane. Like, it's great. Like, obviously Mez, I love her artwork. It's absolutely insane, some of the stuff she does with like Pokemon styles and stuff. And obviously the way you design your cards, the way you go about how, am I going to cut this small, am I going to do like a small image of this one and put it on a larger background, or am I going to do like I've got the Entei back up there, which you can just about
you can see at the bottom.
I've got loads of they're all scattered. I've
seen a couple,
they're just everywhere. Like the way you do that one, where you put like the raised effect to it, so you've got the energy in the background and then the hollow on the front. I love it. Like, and I've met so many great artists like yourself, like Mez, like Carney, through doing all this, and it's just insane to think like how much great artwork is out there and how much artwork isn't being appreciated because people just don't know it's there.
And I think that's the great thing about, that's one of the positive things about social media, about TikTok and stuff, is you can easily get into, or you can easily find new people. You can yeah, it's yeah,
Well, it's what you're looking for, isn't it? Like, you know, if you're looking for negativity, you're going to find it. But if you look for positivity in the communities, you're going to find these amazing, like I say, Cosmic. Like, I think we could go on about him for hours. Like,
yeah,
honestly,
definitely.
he's such an inspiring force in the Pokemon franchise and community right now that
Yeah.
I'm surprised they haven't picked him up. I'm like, yeah, this Pokemon company, Cosmic. Would you like to be with us? Like they need him. Like, they need him. They get enough bad press with all the Pokemon directs and stuff they don't do. Like, they need him. So
Definitely.
yeah, like if you find these people, these positive forces in the community, you can have an amazing time. I think that's why I have such a great time doing this. Maybe in a year's time, I'll hit a point where, yeah, I'm getting a lot of negativity, I'm getting a lot of bad feedback, I'm getting a lot of just toxic attitudes
Attention.
towards me.
Yeah.
And yeah, maybe it will kill the vibe for me.
No.
But I'm glad that I've surrounded. Well, that's what I'm glad that I've surrounded myself early with people like you, Mez, Cosmic, Houndoom, and so many others. Like I mentioned, I don't think they're on here right now, but Version, Shadow, Shiny Greninja, Voidry, people who just came to a random live stream, who are now close personal friends, moderators, and admins for my content. Like, if I ever did think I was hitting a bad bump, I know I could message you on Instagram and just be like, Sam, do you mind if I give you a quick ring, mate? I'm having a really terrible day.
100%.
Cosmic's the same. Like, if you're having a bad, even if you don't know him that well, if you're having a bad day, drop him a DM. He'll be like, right, lots of hugs coming at you now. Like, done. He's such a force of positivity in the world. But we need people like that because the world is a scary place on your own. So it's good to have people like this around us. And like I said, couldn't be happier having met you through one random live stream.
Yeah, same.
Still got the cards that I won from you, nice and tucked away in a binder. I think they're in one of these binders actually, back here. In fact, might have the Gyarados you sent me. I've got the Shinx here that you sent me.
Beautiful.
There
we go.
Nice and safe. Oh yeah, there he is. There's the Gyarados right there in the bottom corner. There he is. Won that from Sam.
Super shiny.
It is. It's gorgeous. I love it. But yeah, one random live stream, couple of giveaways later, and literally that's what kicked me off on the path. So you'll never take credit for it, but I do love you for it, man.
Bless you, mate. You too, man. Okay, so we're going into a section we're getting towards the end of it now, and we've got a few people in. I'm just looking over here. Podcast people don't really care where I'm looking, but just got some chat messages popping in. And I've got one question of my own left. It's a short, almost yes or no. Almost
yes or no. As much time as you need, mate.
Bless you. Okay. So I've got one question myself, and then I'll go on to Carl and Rob's and a couple of other people's questions. So my question first of, I've got two. Sorry, I'm jumping. I've got two questions, and they're quite quick answers. It's fine. Are you on Team Charizard or no?
No, not at all.
Good. That's a no. That's a no.
I am Team Blastoise all the way. I love my boy Blastoise. That big. He's literally got cannons on his back. I'm sorry, but Charizard, sit down. If your tail goes out, you're dead. So just chill, mate. No, I've never been a big fan of Charizard. I don't know why he became such a Pikachu was the main force of the franchise. Why did Charizard suddenly become like the big thing? So
fair. That's fair. Good. We will get somebody on here that loves it because it's everybody's favorite. So we will. But
I'm sure people like if my moderator Version was here, he'd be like, no, Suicune's the best. Suicune's awesome. Terrible. Awful.
Okay, and then the second question, although I've asked a lot, but the second question of these, who's your favorite evolution?
It's really a tough one because I'm probably going to make a few enemies here. I've never been a big fan of the evolutions. It's never been a big thing for me. Like, I know obviously a lot of people love it when a new one comes out. But yeah, I've just never been a big fan of them. I did love, obviously, that with Gen 7, they interjected fairy types. And so we got a special evolution, which was Sylveon. I thought that was very clever because it's a good way to promote the fairy typing. Like, not only do you get this new type, but there's a whole new evolution to go with it. Like, I thought that was quite clever. I do like Jolteon. Not in love with its shiny, though.
Okay.
It's kind of like the going from the yellow to the green just kind of loses something for me. But yeah, if it gun to my head, I'd probably say Jolteon. I like Jolteon. They're the best out of them.
Okay. Fair enough. That's cool. That's
Everyone's just left now, like,
yeah.
doesn't like evolution. Gone. Done.
Who is this guy? Okay. Right. So let's have a quick look at the questions here then. Okay. So the first question we got in was Carl, and Carl asked, these are supposed to, I've asked the guys to ask you questions that are fairly quick fire.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, quick fire with me, Sam. Come on.
Well, this one might take you into a philosophical route, but we'll see how we get on. We'll see how we get on. What are your? Here we go, mate. Look at this. I'm getting ready for this. What are your fondest memories of Pokemon card collecting?
Oh God, this is actually quite a simple answer for me.
Okay.
When I was a kid, about 2 or 3 years old, didn't really understand Pokemon, didn't know what it was, but whenever we come back from like going to town or something, me and my sister would sit in her room and we'd be opening Pokemon cards. She'd basically be putting them in my hand and be like, got to go through them. And I'm just there like, woo, like throw them everywhere. Like, no, that's a rare one. Give it back. Like. And yeah, just that sort of early years bonding with my sister with Pokemon. Yeah. It's actually her fault that I'm obsessed with Pokemon, because I stole her Pokemon Red when I was about 2.5 years old. Didn't know what I was doing, just there. saved over her original file.
As my sister did with me.
Oh, did she? Oh,
yeah, fuming, mate.
On behalf of all siblings everywhere, I'm sorry. Very simple answer. My sister has got to be one of the fondest memories for me, because she just instilled a love for these creatures in me that has spanned a lifetime, and I hope if I'm ever lucky enough to have my own children, that I can instill the same in them.
That's beautiful, man. Absolutely.
We need to get a stop sign for you, so every time I go on to like, stop.
Yeah. Stop. A clock or something behind, just go.
Yeah, just
stop.
Just to count down for a bit, shall we?
No, you're good. What do you enjoy more, opening cards or gaming?
Oh God, that's a hard question, actually. I guess first of all, I have to say gaming. I'm a gamer by nature. I've always been more orientated towards video gaming and sort of learning new ways to play video games. So yeah, I love collecting. I love collecting. But I'm more of a gamer than a collector. Yeah. He says with tons of pop vinyls behind him and collector edition stuff in the background. But I'm more of a gamer than I'd say I'm a collector. I guess in the way I collect things that matter to me. So like recently I picked up a get graded Mint 8 Entei from Shining Legends, and this means a lot to me because, well, obviously Entei, he's my favorite Pokemon. So to have a graded Entei now in my collection is big, but I probably get more excited. So like when they release a new set of cards, I probably get more excited when they release a new game than they do new cards and stuff. So yeah, I'd say I'm much more of a gamer than I am a collector, but I think they all come in hand in hand.
Yeah. That's cool. That's good. Okay, that's a similar question to that one, so that's good. Sorry, this isn't great listening, but I'm just being dyslexic is difficult when you've got questions written down. Like
that's the thing. Like that's why I was going. Like obviously, I said to you before we started, like I haven't been going over my answers because if I rehearse my hand, you know what we're like as dyslexics. If we over rehearse an answer to something, we won't get it out. We won't say it.
Yeah, it's horrible.
So I've just been going over topics and stuff like that. So I've got my Abnor Ra from Hellboy around me. I've got like my binders and some graded cards and stuff like, just so that way if a topic comes up I can go with it, but not so much that I'm just going to rehearse every answer, because otherwise I'll just be here like, I had an answer for this. I've completely forgotten what it was, so let's just sit here and stew. Like, no. Because I will say, just while you're looking through questions, that's probably one of the hardest things about streaming and then recording, is that as a streamer you just sort of get and go. Like start the live and just do whatever comes naturally.
Go with it.
If you sit silently for 5 minutes, that's not a problem. Try and say something, but it's not a big issue if you sit there silently playing the game.
Yeah.
Whereas doing recordings like this, it is a bit like you want to know where you're going with it. You want to know what the structure is, what's the path it's going to take, and what's the end outcome. Yeah. And I think that's why I prefer live streaming to video recording, especially. I do some, I said do. for anyone in chat. I do some Let's Play recording. So recently we've been doing Lara Croft Let's Play, and that's all recorded. And I enjoy that.
Yeah.
But I do feel sometimes that I over focus on the structure of it, and sometimes it feels a bit like I'll sit here and it'll feel like I'm sitting here quite rigidly playing the game, and it just, I don't know, I don't feel like you're getting the best me when I'm recording. I feel like when I'm live, you get everything that, like, I'm not one of those streamers, like I say, I don't put a fake face on. You get everything that I am. If I'm having a good day, we'll have a great day. If I'm having a bad day, I'm going to talk about it. And if you guys are having a bad day and I'm having a bad day, share it with me. Let's work together. So yeah, I do think it's easier to live stream than record, because especially when you start, you can just sort of, well, I've watched my first 3 VODs back, and it's just like, I sit there so awkwardly, like, and now I don't, well, as I say, we need a stop sign. I don't shut up.
So, no, you're fine. But it's true. It's true. It's all you're true, man. Okay, so Rob has asked, we've got space for another couple of questions. So Rob has asked, he was born in 1995, just to let you know. Rob was born in 1995, and the first Pokemon movie where Ash turns to stone is his favorite movie of all time. What's your favorite Pokemon movie or episode or animated Pokemon?
Another easy one, Pokemon 2000 all the way.
Yeah.
I still remember when Lugia fell from the sky and crashed through the ice. My heart sank. I was like, oh!
Yeah.
Somebody play the song quick, get him back. I was like, I love it. I've even actually got the steelbook copy of the original 3 films back there, because I love it so much. Pokemon 2000 all the way was like the peak of the movie for me.
Perfect.
What about you though, Sam? Come on. What was your favorite?
I don't know if I've got the favorite movie. I've got favorite scenes. So, like, for me, I talk about it too much, really. One of my very favorite scenes is probably because I've shown it to Scarlett, and it was the first time I've seen her watch something and go, Daddy, I feel very upset, and was like, one, talking out loud about how she felt, which was really nice. It moved, like, she felt emotional. Oh, it's not so TikTok. She felt emotional. Yeah, sorry guys. Quick chop. She felt emotional about it, but she was able to talk to me about it, and I felt really close to her when she did that. And it was a scene in Journeys, and it's when Pichu is being carried by Kangaskhan and the little Kangaskhan baby. They're both together. Yeah. And Kangaskhan's like sweating and like, oh, this is difficult, but doesn't want to show Pichu because Pichu's looking up like, is it me? Is it me? That kind of, there's no talking in it, obviously, but it was just a beautiful scene. And then when they go to sleep, Pichu gets out and Kangaskhan's like, no, I've got you, like, I'll protect you, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And then Pichu jumps out in the middle of the night when they're all asleep, looks back and is like, I need to move on, I need to have my own shit, or however you interpret it, and then evolves into Pikachu and becomes super happy and powerful. And I was just like, and Scarlett was like, Daddy, I feel sad. I was like, okay, and we talked about it. And to me, I was just like, that's cool, man. I won't forget that.
No, that's beautiful. And I think there's another reason to love Pokemon. Like, it instills that idea of sort of like I said before, like love, community, friendship, trust. It's all about growing together, and that's what Pokemon is.
Yeah, definitely. And then my final question, there's a couple in chat that they're talking about trading and stuff, so I'll go down that route as well. I think with me, I've growing up as a kid, I always loved the Pokemon TCG trading card game, and I love that in Discords and in communities and stuff, we are able to work out a way, even in COVID, of trading with each other. And just want your thoughts really on trading, and have you ever, do you get enjoyment from trading? You know,
to be honest, I've never done any big trades myself. I've done some, like when I was a kid, I used to trade with my friends and stuff like that, and that was lovely. But I do agree with what you're saying. It's like, it's nice that even in hard times now, there are communities where you can go and trade. Like, so say you wanted to trade 5 graded cards for a huge stack of bulk, whether that's like holos and reverse, rares and secret rares, like, you know, whatever that's worth, kind of thing. I think that's amazing, because obviously you can do it in a way that's bigger than we could ever do it before. Like, you could go down to the park with your mates and trade your cards before, but now through Discord and other things, like you can trade massive amounts of collections in just one go. And I think that's amazing. I think trading is important because it takes away something from people who are just trying to get a financial outcome from Pokemon. So if we keep trading between each other, like, so if you said to me, oh, I've got this card, it's an old Entei card, it's absolutely amazing. Do you want it for anything? I'll be like, oh yeah, I've got this for you. So like, would you have this for it? And it just, instead of you selling that on eBay and somebody taking it from you for a cheap price, so say you put it on for bid and somebody got it for a tenner, they then turn around and sell it for 50 quid. It just stops people sort of draining from the community. And I think that's a wonderful thing. You actually see a lot of people do it with other things as well, which I kind of love. I jumped in a Discord last year that were actually trading pop vinyls. And I've never seen that before. I never knew that was a thing. And they were trading like Chase Classics, Chase Limited Editions, special silver specials and stuff like that. And I was just like, that's actually an amazing idea. Like, because I've got one here that I actually mentioned, was the Abnor Ra. So that little sticker there in the corner tells you like what series it's from, and it's from the specialty series.
Okay.
I can't find them in the UK very often. Specialty series tend to be sold in the US. And so I got really lucky and found it in a nerd shop in Manchester. Woo, for nerds. But like, to think that I could go to somebody's Discord and trade somebody my James Bond 007 special for a Hellboy Abnor Ra would be really cool. Like, I think that's an amazing idea. And I think that's something we should do more, is learn where we can trade other things. Years ago, I used to be involved with a group of friends, and what we would do is we had a Discord for our college, basically. And we asked the college, can we set up a gaming panel? And in the gaming panel, what we did is we set up a game share system. So basically, you would trade a game with somebody. Like, so say you wanted to play the latest Call of Duty, I wanted to play Final Fantasy. Oh, I've got the new Final Fantasy. Do you want to trade it with me? And we'll trade it. We would trade it for a week and stuff like that. And so,
that's cool.
Like, we could share games together.
That's cool.
Yeah, I think it's just an amazing way to interact with each other. And for Pokemon especially, like I say, my thing is taking money out of the hands of the scalpers, because they're just draining too much life from us. And the best way to do that, don't buy, trade. It's the best way to do it. Or like I say, I had you grade some cards for me. Great way to keep money in the hands of the collectors, not the scalpers. Get your cards graded, people, because sealed product is great. Is it always going to have its high value though? Probably not. Pokemon sees this all the time. Every few years we get a massive spike, and then suddenly the market will crash and sealed product will be practically worthless unless it's 20 years old. So invest in slabs, because they've always held their value. More often than not, trade value is greater than cash value. So if you're looking to add to your collection, I've known people to trade a single slab away and get like 3 ETBs back for one slab. Like, that's like a good 140 quid in value for one card, and you get 3 ETBs, like, done. Like, value in slabs. So that's cool. Trading's awesome, and I want to do it more. I do want to get involved with it more. Hopefully we'll do soon. As I say, I'm building my slab collection, so if anyone's looking for anything, let me know. But yeah, I can't wait to see what happens with Good Bros though. I was gutted to see that they've withdrawn submission, so you can't submit cards for grading anymore, which makes me really sad, because I like Good Bros. The way they approach their business is really interesting, and the amount of charity work they do is really inspired. Like, obviously yourself, you're quite involved in a lot of charity work, and like, I feel like I need to get more involved in that in a way, and I would actually like to talk to you about something. We won't do it here. I'll jump in Discord and chat with you about it. But it's sad, because I've literally got a box sitting over in the other room with about 15 cards in it, and I was like, I'm gonna get these Good Bro graded. They've got to be Good Bros. And then they took away the submission. I was like, oh, okay.
Well, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed they.
Fingers crossed they come back.
They've got some announcements and stuff. So fingers crossed. I'm totally with you on it. Okay, so we are. Thank you. What the most important thing now? Self-promotion, bro. I need you to tell everybody where they can find you, how they can find you, what you're doing. Just tell everybody.
This is a bit where you make me blush.
Yeah, go on.
So yeah, as you guys know, it's your boy Shining Entei here. You can find me over on Twitch at Shining Entei 94, on YouTube at Shining Entei, and across all social media under the same platform name, Shining Entei. Just look for the profile picture of a badass guy evolving into Entei, and you found me. There are no other Shining Enteis out there, so if anyone else is copying it, you haven't found me, make sure you let me know, and we'll sort that out. If you want to be part of the Discord, jump into the link on my bios and jump into the Discord. Everyone is welcome. It's a vastly positive place. We've had amazing people join in the last 6 months. We've had a bunch of people joining on and off, and it's been great. So if you want to get involved in that, please do. And if you do get involved in the Discord, then you can get involved in game nights with me, co-op streams, and other such things. If you've got a stream you want to promote, jump in the Discord and let us all know. And if you're trying to hit a goal, so you want to get to affiliate, post it in our Discord, and we will push as many people to your Twitch as we can.
Awesome. That's so cool, man. And nothing more than I would expect. It's very positive. So yeah, great job, man. Great job. Well, thank you
so much.
Thank you so much, man, for sharing the best part of an hour and 20 minutes or so with us. I've absolutely loved actually physically talking. Which is
it's actually been a while since we've done anything like that. Obviously we used to speak a bit on and off, but then we both got very busy, so it's nice to get this, and I am looking to do that. I do hopefully want to reconnect with yourself a lot more, get you involved in some of my content, because a lot of stuff's coming up, and I think it's going to be an exciting time for everyone. So keep your eyes peeled, guys. Pokemon is a growing force. I think it's 25 years this year. It's going to be like 50 years soon. I can't wait to see where it takes us. And obviously, a lot of love to you, Sam, setting all this up, doing all these things that you do. Amazing work. And if people don't think you're an amazing guy, send them my way. I'll sort them out.
I love you, bro. Okay, well, thank you very much, man. Yeah, absolutely awesome. Thank you, bro.
Thank you so much. Take care.